Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you. I hope I'm audible to everybody, and we have corrected the mic and we have checked everything. So I guess I am okay to go, right?
Yes.
Thank you. And so my name is Ashish. I'm a patient care manager from Medico Experts India, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for attending this session. And today we have parents and teachers from different part of the world attending this session, like India, Bangladesh, Nigeria, Zambia, Ghana, Uganda, Rwanda, Kenya, etc. Can you believe we right now in this session we have people from all over the globe, and people are coming, they're joining, and the number is increasing, so on and so forth. And I can feel like the whole world we are just coming close together in this session. And yeah, I can feel the energy, and it's really feel good. And so all of us who are here are definitely taking care of their kids who are having autism, cerebral palsy, and ADHD in one way or the other. Okay. And we all wish that these kids should be able to live a normal life as soon as possible. And we all are putting our effort in the same directions. So would you know, and would you like to know how we can expedite this process? So to give me a heads up and give me an answer, you can use the comment box to reply. So today's session is precisely meant for that. The topic of our today's session is awareness session on new treatment of autism, cerebral palsy, and ADHD. This session is organized by Medico Experts to create awareness among parents having kids with neurological conditions like autism, cerebral palsy, ADHD, etc. In this session, we will help us understand the latest treatment available for these conditions, and we will have a detailed talk with our expert doctor who is available today, and following that a question and answer sessions we will be having. This session will help us to understand how the new treatment, new therapy is beneficial and will improve the behavioral aspects of the kid, accelerate the journey of a kid toward normalcy, and helps in socializing of the child and to improve the cognitive ability. For today's webinar, we have our guest speakers as Dr. Anand Bagul, Ms. Priyanka Best, the co-host, patient care manager from Medico Experts, and myself, Ashish Ubale, patient care manager from Medico Experts. I'll be your host today. So let me give you a brief introduction of Dr. Anand Bagul. Dr. Anand Bagul, who is an expert with more than 30 years of experience in treating kids with autism, cerebral palsy, ADHD, and other related diseases. His work and contribution for the kids speak much more louder than anything else. He is part of many Indian international society which are doing continuous research on autism, cerebral palsy, and similar diseases. He has been recognized for his work with so many awards. He has spread awareness of his work, achievement, and latest advancement through many television interviews, conferences, and seminars. As we can say, he has appeared in many interviews which have been already broadcast in TV. So definitely some of you might have definitely already have seen him. So today's session is organized by Medico Expert in association with Dr. Anand Bagul. So let me give you a brief introduction of Medico Experts. Medico Experts is a global virtual hospital, and we have empaneled best of the breed super specialists with us and do the treatment within our network of partner hospitals across the globe. We not only bring the best of the experience and expertise, but also able to reduce the cost of the treatment within our network. We are blessed to serve more than 10,000 of the patients from 17 different countries like India, Nigeria, Cameroon, Uganda, Rwanda, Ethiopia. Bangladesh, and many more. Our focus has always been right treatment with best outcome and cost. And we have organized over 108 surgical and OPD camps in these different countries and having served many patients of the surgical and medical needs in their own country or in India. Medico experts core values are patient-centric approach, transparency, quality care for our patients and at reasonable cost. And we want the best of our patients as they have trust for their healthcare needs. Without further waiting, let me request Dr. Bagul to come and share about the new treatment option for kids. So before that, few ground rules are there. You can post your queries, questions in comment box, which we will take them after this address. Please be on mute and use comment box if you need to say something. This is to ensure that the addresses goes uninterrupted. With your permission, now I would like to invite Dr. Bagul to take over this session. Dr. Bagul, this session is all yours. Please.
Hello. Good evening. I'm Dr. Bagul from Pune. It's simply nice to talk to you all people, all my dear friends. And today is a very interesting topic which is dear to everyone. It's about the autism. Autism itself is a very popular nowadays. It's very rampant and becoming very, very common in today's era. It is said that around 1 out of every 60 child is an autistic child, a huge number. And due to that, it is causing lot of problem in social, intellectual, educational, and all aspect of the life. It is said that the autistic child is a blemish, it is under talented, but it is not so. It is always said that the autistic child is a very bright child. It is an intelligent child, and if we can tune it properly or train the autistic child properly, he can be a useful member of the society. I would like to share my presentation with you. Let me just start sharing the screen.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So this is today's topic. Is awareness of the treatment of the autism and cerebral palsy. Let me go through the slide. Autism was brought in limelight after a famous Hindi movie called as Tare Zameen Pe, directed by the Amir Khan, in which it is based on autistic child and how nurturing or nourishing a skill of autistic child, it has led to wonders in his life and everyone's life was highlighted in Tare Zameen Pe. It is true that this particular message, which was very, very important to the society, that look, autistic child is not a blemish. You must train the autistic child properly. He can be a very useful member of our society. And as a message, Amir Khan has definitely conveyed to everyone. Now, what is autism? People ask me, what is the difference between autism and idiotic child, or moron child, or mentally retarded child? There are four basic difference between the autistic child and the idiot child. Autism child is a very bright child, but only thing is that they don't want to establish any of the connection with the exterior world. So you can say they avoid the eye contact. They have got no interest in outside world, outside friend, playing. Communication is lacking, and due to their you can say inhibition from contacting other outside world, they are having a angel-like feature. If you see an autistic child, you feel as if you're looking at the angel, very pure, very innocent, and very sweet child. That is the autistic child. And developmental delay, communication delay are the usual problems. People see what is autism, why the autism occurs, what is the cause, and what are the particular features of an autistic child. If you see, look at the particular brain of an autistic child. Look, it's very interesting. It is said that few of the area of the brain which is communicating between the inner world of a child and outer world, this particular portion is defective. It is hypometabolic, means the function of that particular part of the brain is suppressed or less than the normal. What we call is a hypometabolic zone. And this lack of the function or hypometabolism of the brain is solely responsible for the autistic child. Let me go to the another picture. Why autism? Why? How it occurs? It is said that the hypoxic brain, abnormality in the brain structure, heredity, certain conditions like Fragile X syndrome, and different. And lots of postulation. But exactly no one knows what has caused autism. So $1 million question comes, if there's an autistic child in your home, how do you treat it? The principle is very well known. Early intervention, early training of the child, behavioral or management therapy, education or school-based therapy, attention therapy, medication, nutrition, occupational, hyperbaric operation. And most important is a therapy in the autistic. Now people ask what is the stem cell therapy and what is stem cells, how they are useful in different diseases. A stem cell are the basic cells in the body which has got a lot of characteristics. Convert them into the brain cell, and these conversion into brain cell will lead to a lot of improvement in the hypometabolic activities of the brain. People ask what is stem cell therapy exactly? How? Let me tell you one thing. Stem cell is a very non-invasive method done only by the needle by which the bone marrow of the backbone is aspirated via injections, processed in the laboratory. After processing in the laboratory, they get re-injected back into the body, into the spinal cord, like a spinal anesthesia, you can say. And once this particular cell reaches the brain, the cells will reach the defective part of the brain, forms a new neuron, make the interconnections, and the particular defect in the brain is eased out without any of the hindrance. And so, also in the autistic child, It has shown lot of improvement after the use of the stem cell or mesenchymal cells. I will just tell you something about the few of the life experience about the same and autistic child. This gentleman is a frank autistic child. He's a grade 7 on autism
Please, can
scale.
you mute?
But after the stem cell, once the brain is again active and well coordinated, you can see lot of changes in a physical coordination, eye to eye coordination, social interaction, and so on. Let me give another example of another child with autism. Another grade 4 level of autism. You can see repetitive behavior, lack of attention, no eye coordination. But after the stem cell, we can see the positive development in the brain. Now you can see there is the eye to eye contact, well coordinated movement. Obedient child now. He obeys to mother's command. So that is the effect we can see by the stem cell. Another example of autistic child, you can see before the treatment, he was not so cooperative, he was not mixing well, but afterward, after the stem cell, you can see the positive changes in his behavior pattern also. One more example of autistic child, I will try to make it short. This Aditya also showed good improvement after the stem cells. This is before picture and after doing stem cells. You can see the improvement changes.
आम्ही चैतन्य हॉस्पिटलला आलो पुण्याला तिथे डॉक्टर बागुलांची त्यांनी आम्हाला 6 सायकलिंग मध्ये थेरपी करायला सांगितलं. आम्ही त्याची थेरपी केली 6 सायकलिंगमध्ये. त्याच्यात आता 22% फरक पडलेला आहे. पूर्वीपेक्षा तो आता
सगळ्यांना ओळखतो, सगळ्यांची नावं सांगतो. काही नाव सांगितलं तर ते ऐकतो आणि पूर्वीपेक्षा थोडा तो आता शांत झालेला. Much quieter, hyperactivity has gone down.
आम्हाला स्टेम सेल थेरपीमुळे प्रश्न विचारायचे उत्तर देणार ना तू? तुझं नाव सांग बरं मला. पप्पांचं नाव काय आहे? हा? आईचं नाव? आणि तू आता काय खाल्लं? हा? आवडली तुला? अरे वा, कोणी दिली होती तुला? डॉक्टर काकाचं नाव काय म्हणते? हा? आणि कुठल्या गावाला राहतो तू?
Now these are the changes, real life stories of the success of a autistic child after the stem cell. It is always said that hypometabolic area of the brain, what you have seen in the movie, in the picture, this hypometabolic area of the brain has virtually vanished, and this particular brain is almost looking like a normal brain. The metabolism has improved, the working capacity or functional capacity has improved. Now let me go through the other slide. Let me have a next slide, please. Yes. Another pie diagram to show the change in the metabolism after the treatment. These are the research paper we have published on the international platform, Journal of Neurosciences, about the autism and the stem cell therapy. Now let's discuss something similar topic, mental retardation. Let me tell you one thing. Mental retardation is related with the frontal lobe or front part of the brain. The mental retardation is not autistic, and mental retarded child is no way related with any of the symptoms of the autism. But the treatment is really difficult, more difficult than autism. But they do improve with the stem cells. Now let's talk something about the cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy is one of the disease which is very common in the developing world, mainly due to the lack of prenatal or intranatal care. The brain getting suffocated, damaged, and the patient will have a spastic or mentally retarded life with the deformities, with the lack of understanding, lack of mental intelligence portions. You can see this CP can be managed by the medication, equipment, different other treatment, surgery to correct deformity, and most important is the stem cell therapy. Let me share a few of the patients' experience, real lifetime experience. Brain damage with a mental retardation, with a deformity. After the combined approach of the surgery, physiotherapy, and stem cell therapy, the intelligence has improved. The crookedness in the leg has cleared, and patient is almost like a normal child after 1 year of the treatment. Now let me share a few of the videos with you. A case of cerebral palsy with mental retardation, lot of leg deformities, lack of truncal stability. After stem cell, he has shown the steady improvement, and this child is intelligent now and attending the normal school. And that's the difference we can make after the due proper treatment. Let me share another example with you of a cerebral palsy. He is my Nigerian friend with a spasticity, deformity, unable to stand, unable to sit also. But we had done stem cell therapy, deformity corrective surgery, and now he is not only able to support the head, now there is no head fall. The trunk has regained the power and also started the assisted walking. He has sent me the recent videos which shows the walking with a minimum support and attending the normal school. Now let me share another patient. But this particular disease is not a CP or autism. This is a muscular dystrophy. But even the dreaded disease like muscular dystrophy, we can offer patient a proper treatment, very good treatment for improving the muscle power, truncal power, leg power, and independent walking. I think I conveyed my point that even if the dreaded disease like autism, mental retardation, cerebral palsy is not the end of the world. We have definitely offer good treatment and bring them back to the normal life. So the medical science is always with you and it will always help you. If you don't lose the courage, come forward and take up the treatment. Thank you very much.
So it was indeed very interesting presentation by you, sir. And we got to see your photos from a younger time. And I was very happy to see those photos. And thank you. Thank you, Dr. Bagul, for your valuable time and knowledge. And thank you for showing new ray of hope to all of us. And it was a very informative session on stem cell therapy. And I'm sure very few parents would like more clarification. And so let's see how so we would like to start with our question and answer session and request our audience to feel free and ask the questions, and you can post the questions in comment box and we will take one by one in sequence. So the stage is all yours.
Okay, so I hope I'm audible. We have received few queries on the chat box. Dr. Bagul, with your permission, sir, can we start asking the questions?
Yeah, yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Okay, so we have received few questions. So let me start one by one. So first, I think the main question somebody has asked is basically how does stem cell therapy helps in developing and retaining the ability, different abilities in the child? How does it really work?
Yeah, stem cell is the science of regeneration. To repair and form a new cell, to create a various growth factor, cytokinins, and the various other factors which help to improve the function of the brain, develop a new cell, develop a new synapses, and restoring back the brain function, which is lost in the disease process, is a one thing which will bring the improvement in the patients.
Okay, Dr. Bagul, first of all, we would like to see you. So if you can, stop presenting the presentation, we would like to see you in the full screen answering our questions.
I think I'm already on the screen.
But yes, you can remove the presentation. Yes, now we can see you well, right? Because you're on full focus now. Okay, so that was the first question. Then there are some people who are asking cost, address of clinic. We will share our details with you so that we can get in touch with you directly and share all those details. Then Ms. Rupali Kulkarni has asked how this therapy helps in ADHD cases.
Yeah, definitely. This is also called as asparagus syndrome. These are all similar pattern of the same disease process. So some called autism and also similar diseases as like autism, all are in the asparagus syndrome or so that, but the pattern of treatment, the principle of treatment is almost the same, except few other differences you can say. So treatment is applicable for the all kind of spectrum of the disease, which is under the autism umbrella, you can say.
Okay. So just to inform everyone that we will be sharing our contact details if somebody wants to have a particular, a consultation, direct consultation with Dr. Bagul with respect to their particular case, because, case to case, things vary. So we will share all those details. Meanwhile, let us take a few questions. So one of my very good friend from Zambia, Ms. Chisonga, she has asked, does stem cell therapy have a specific age limit, a lower limit or, a upper limit? That is the question. Does stem cell therapy have a specific age limit?
Yeah, it's a good question. Per se, there is no age limit per se for the stem cell, but it is always presumed that the younger the patient, the brain is still in a growing phase and can accommodate the changes, so that younger the patient, better the effect of the stem cell and the chance of improving percent wise is much more in a younger patient than the older patient. But you must have seen that there are many of my patients who are in the 30s or 40s also have shown the improvement. But the improvement is partial, is much less than the younger patient.
Okay, so we have a similar related question next, which is like, at what age stem cell therapy is effective? So I guess, as you are saying, the younger the patient, the more effective is the therapy. Is that right, sir?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, okay. Now, Miss Smriti has asked, are there any side effects of stem cell therapy?
Stem cell is a very safe therapy. There is no side effect of stem cell per se, but the disease process may have got its own course of the event, and that can be the cause of the problem to the patient, but by the disease, not by the stem cell. Stem
Okay.
cells are well accepted. They are having no allergic effect. There is no rejection. There is no bad effect. There is no tumorous effect, and then or there is any of the harming effect on the body in early phase, late phase, or any time.
Okay.
Stem cell is very safe.
Yes, also because we're talking about the therapy where we use patient's own stem cells, so the chances of rejection is almost nil because we are using the same cells, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Mr. Sandeep has asked, is there any eligibility for stem cell therapy? Eligibility with respect to age or weight or conditions? Is there any eligibility?
It's just we have to be very selective in the patient selections. We must consider the age, nature of disease, the particular duration of the disease, how much cellular damage is there in any of the patient, that we must see. And also, the most important is that the particular chronicity of the disease is very, very important while considering.
Okay. Okay. Miss Divya Shetty, she is asking, if the child is an epileptic patient, can she undergo stem cell therapy?
With caution, with very much caution, because
Okay.
stem cell will definitely lead to the new cell formation, and also due to the particular prostaglandin and cytokinin it produces, it may lead to the triggering of a epileptic zone. So we can do it, but with a proper due precaution and under the strict pediatrician care. We can do it. But
Okay. Okay. So Mr. Alok Bhatia has asked few questions, but before that, I guess in general, sir, since this is case dependent, some have epilepsy, some have severity. Severity is also different. If somebody wants to, consult you and, want to know if the eligibility is there or not, what are the basic details that a patient should be sharing with you, and come up with those details so that you are able to classify and give a idea? Yes, we can do stem cell for this patient.
yeah, MRI scan, PET scan, and neurological analysis done by any of the clinical neurologist or the clinical psychologist. The
Okay.
video clip of the patient.
Okay.
These few things are required
Okay. Okay.
for us to
Mr.
make a judgment whether to offer the stem cell or not.
Not. Okay. Mr. Alok Bhatia is asking, how long is the treatment? What is the cost? Is this approved therapy by FDA? He has so many questions. Let's start with this. How long is the treatment? What is the cost? I guess I can answer that. Long is the treatment. It depends on case, right? How many cycles are required?
Yeah, from case to case it depends.
Depends. How many
So
cycles are required?
duration,
Cost will
the
depend on that.
treatment
And
is
another question he's asking is it approved by FDA?
FDA approved or not. See, thing is that this is a very novel therapy. Though lot of good results are coming, there is no bad result which are floated up till now after the adult stem cell. Still, there is some amount of red tapeism in getting the permission from the government. But by and large, we can always say that this is a very useful therapy without any other side effect and useful in majority of the patients. And I know as a pilot study, we can always give the advantage to the patient and give them a chance of improvement in otherwise untreatable cases, you can say.
Right. Okay. So, also he has asked, like, what is the success rate of, stem cell therapy on an average if one goes,
More than 84%, you can say.
okay. And the outcomes definitely would differ patient to patient and case to case.
Yeah. But by and large, 80% plus patient shows clinically satisfying improvement.
Okay. Miss Rupali, since she had asked about ADHD, she's also asking what is the percentage of success after stem cell therapy for ADHD. So can we assume?
So
This-
around 80%, you can say always.
Okay.
You can see
Okay.
a lot of autistic patients in my particular video library. Few of them I presented already in my presentation. You can say these are the kind of patient who shows excellent clinical improvement, which is otherwise impossible to get by the natural course of the action or treatment, you can say.
Right. Now, somebody has asked, I am assuming that the audience, our guest is from Africa. They've asked, what are the associated costs, which definitely we can know only after knowing the case, but they've asked, can this be done in Africa?
No, it's a teamwork. What we reckon, this is not only one time or one injection and over. That's not the case. This is teamwork. We must have a lot of pre-operative evaluation protocol with 6 to 7 consultants in the picture. The treatment has to be undertaken in a strict aseptic precaution, and a particular source of the cells has to be very authentic and extremely, you can say, sterile environment. Even after the treatment, we have to make one thing sure that everything is going fine in an intensive care unit with a lot of monitoring which is involved. So I don't think it is very. It's not a handy procedure.
Okay.
That come on, patient is there, take out injection, inject. That's all. It's not like that.
Yes.
So it is not something to be taken very
To be
lightly.
taken. Yes, I understand. So since so many people want to know about cost and contact details, I'm just dropping our contact details so that you can book a consultation, direct consultation, and from there onwards we can guide you in detail about the treatment, about directly having a consultation with the doctor. I am dropping the contact number on the chat box. Okay.
Ashish.
Right. And then let us take few more questions, sir. Okay, Mr. Alok has again asked how many days one cycle take and how many days of hospitalization required, if any.
It depends on each whether 2 cycles, 3 cycles, 6 cycles. It varies according to that. So as per the patient's condition, medical condition, the duration and cost will vary. So kindly share the details with us, and we can definitely let you know about the duration, cost, and period of the treatment.
Okay. My friend from Zambia has asked if, if somebody has less amount for the treatment, what can be done? Because she really wants to. She has been in touch with us. So, dear, we will keep in touch with you. We will try to do whatever best we can do. Your child's treatment is of utmost importance to us. Okay. So, we will get in touch. We will keep talking, and we will definitely see what best, Dr. Bagul will tell us what best he can do for you, right? Then, sir, we have another question. Do we need to continue with the therapies, other therapies after stem cell therapy, until what duration?
Yeah, in fact, the physiotherapy is one which is always complementary and goes hand in hand with the stem cell therapy. So
Okay,
both
so
work together in junction to give the maximum improvement. Other therapies like Ayurvedic, like homeopathy, Ayurvedic, or other conventional therapy, uh, in fact, they have got no correlation with the stem cells. They may continue, they may not continue. Nothing will matter much. But physiotherapy, yes, definitely.
okay. So, sir, apart from this, there is a question apart from stem cell therapy, physiotherapy, is there anything else that needs to be done with respect to diet or anything, which can help a child in faster, or you can say, better improvement, quicker improvement?
Yes, it's a very good point. In an autistic child, eh, it is always recommended that they should have a less sugar in their diet because this burst of the glucose and energy usually deteriorate the hyperactivity in these particular patients. So that there is definitely some dietary restriction. It always then said that a gluten-free diet useful for the autism, and there are few of the diet which definitely calms their mind. And also not only about the diet, the lifestyle is very important in these cases, like yoga, pranayam. These are the few of the exercise which will calm their mind and definitely improve the behavior pattern, we can say.
Okay. So there are other therapies, and when we combine diet and yoga, so this will cumulatively give a better result,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Sir, so once stem cell therapy is done, generally, how long will it take for a child to show improvement?
Usually we see improvement within the 2 weeks of the starting of the treatment. And as the time goes by, definitely treatment and the pattern will show gradual improvement. First of all, the hyperactivity will go down. The patient will become more sedate, more calm. Then interaction with the parent will improve. And then the social interaction will slowly improve. The speech is the last thing to improve. So I see you can say after 6 months or 1 year. So there is a definite pattern of the improvement seen in the autistic child.
Okay. So, Miss Smriti is asking, will the child be in pain after stem cell treatment? Pain. Will the child be in pain when we do the, procedure of stem cell? Will there be any?
Needle-based therapy. Needle-based therapy. Needle-based therapy means uh, needle-based therapy is only injection therapy. It don't require any anesthesia and will not have any of the pain except the needle prick pain. So it's something like a gluteal injection. So the gluteal injection has got some discomfort, but nothing more than that.
Okay, but since it's only a needle-based therapy, right?
Yeah.
There is another question, sir. Is there any food restrictions after the stem cell is done for a cerebral palsy child? And
Mhm.
what type of food do you recommend? For a cerebral palsy child.
Yeah, about the cerebral palsy, the general thumb rule is that we should have a high protein, high vitamin, high mineral food. We should be less in the fat, less in the carbohydrate. So more in the protein, more in the mineral, you can say. So patient should have a green leafy vegetable, pulses. Non-veg is okay, but not red meat. Red meat, it should be white or fish. And in fact, after the treatment, we give specifically a diet chart or diet instruction to the patient. So what food is suitable for him?
Okay. So do we have any more questions that people would like to know? Okay. Okay. Ms. Chisonga, she's asking how many times should it be done? So, stem cell treatment, people.
It depends on the case to case. Sometimes only one session is sufficient to bring a quite a moderate or excellent result. Sometimes we may have to repeat the session after say 3 month time or 6 month time. Depend on case to case.
Okay. So again, Mr. Dheeraj has asked, though we were like, are there any side effects? So you said that in long term there are no side effects, sir, but still immediately after the procedure or anything, can we expect anything? Since these are kids, they are small.
Yeah, some local discomfort of the injection needle prick. That's all.
That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Great. So any more questions that we would like to ask the doctor? I am sharing our number again. If anybody would like to have a direct consultation with the doctor, direct talk, so in detail, they can contact us directly. We can, directly connect you with the doctor. Okay, Mr. Alok has asked, how many days one cycle take? Okay, this we have already done. For a CP child, as you told, deformity, surgery, and stem cell, what is the duration of the recovery for this type of child? So in a cerebral palsy case where there is also deformity correction and we are also doing stem cell therapy, for such child, what is the duration of the recovery?
Recovery means after the surgery, walking within the plaster is possible within 3 to 4 days. But plaster itself will last for say around 6 weeks or so. So when the things is about the surgery, the things will be delayed. But that is for the good of the patient. So surgery is aimed to make the crooked limb straight so that patient can stand straight, walk straight permanent. But the duration of the recovery will be much more, so around 1.5 to 2 months, you can say.
Ms. Rupali is asking, please explain what is needle-based therapy when you say it is needle-based therapy.
It's a injection prick.
Okay, so Ms. Rupali, doctor means that there is no surgery involved, no procedure involved. Only thing is that injection, using injection, the stem cells will be taken, and using injection, the stem cells will be given to the body. So there's only needles, injections are involved. That is what he means by needle-based therapy.
Yeah, precisely, right.
Okay, Okay, somebody has asked what are the associated price. Price would depend on the number of cycles, right, sir? So we need to get in touch with the doctor, with the case of the child, the reports and the video that the doctor has asked, and then depending on that, the cost will depend on that. Okay, another question is, as my cerebral palsy child is epileptic, after the stem cell, will the epilepsy be there, or I need to continue with the epileptic medication?
You need to continue the epileptic medication. In fact, after the stem cell therapy, we may have to observe the child more carefully so that sometimes it happens that the particular uh, you can say anabolic effect of the stem cell and forming a new cell, new neuron in the stem cell, sometimes can trigger the epileptic focus. So we need to be more careful about epileptic child. And but this is only temporary phase. After a few days, the this particular epileptic focus will also be covered by the stem cell, and this problem of epilepsy will go away permanently.
Okay, so any more questions? Please drop your questions in the chat box. Meanwhile, I will hand it over to my co-host, Mr. Ashish.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Priyanka. I think we have missed one question from Harriet.
Okay.
It states like my daughter has cerebral palsy and is 12 years old. How effective will be the treatment?
Yeah, perfectly right. So 12-year-old child is okay, no problem. So it is a treatable child, is not a problem. So between you can say 6 year to 14 year is the ideal age for the cerebral palsy. So patient is still within the frame of the treatment. So don't worry, we can definitely help you out.
So, anybody looking for consultation with the doctor, please contact us directly on our number +91 97695 16280, and I repeat +91 97695 16280. And I am also providing the same on the chat box. We will get back to you after the webinar for the arranging the same. And we already have shared the number, so you can save it in your phone, and you can get to us, and we'll be happy to help and assist you with your queries. And is there any more questions on our way, Ms. Priyanka? Or we conclude?
No, I think people want to now directly talk to the doctor individually, case to case. And Dr. Bagul, it was a really good, informative session, and I guess we had a very detailed question and answer session also, because apart from the technicalities, people generally want to know the other things, which I think we have had a good question answer session as well, with lots of questions being answered. So I don't see any more questions, and personally, I don't have any questions as well. Dr. Bagul has explained everything very well. People want to now talk to him directly. So from my end, thank you so much for a very good session, sir. It was really wonderful, and I would really like to thank the audiences, because we had, the audiences have been consistent. We have almost the same number as the session started, which is a very good thing. And Mrs. Rupali, Ms. Smita, they are saying that it was a very good session. So thank you from my end personally, sir.
Yeah,
Mr.
it's a
Ashish,
very
please, you can take
lively
over.
session. I really enjoyed interacting with the intelligent group of the people. And it's nicely organized, crisply organized. And thank you very much for the excellent coordination on the behalf of the medical experts. Thank you very much.
So to conclude with, I hope everybody's question has been answered. Anyways, we have shared our number. You can get back to us anytime. We will be happy to assist you. Doctor has cleared on all aspects about the age, the criteria, the diet, how many days, what is this procedure, and the beautiful presentation by you, sir. I really like the videos that you have made, animation, and the personalized video that you have taken from each and every patient. I really loved it. And thank you to our beautiful audience who have been consistent with their questions, and people from all over the world have asked you the question, and I really am happy to be the host of this session. And at the end, I would like to thank everyone again who have been a part of this session. Thank you, Dr. Bagul, and for your wonderful presentation and insight. And thank you, Medico Experts team, for organizing this wonderful session. And so this we conclude. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.